YouTube, this is Bub's Comics coming at you with a haul video, comic haul. I've got the last of my pre-orders. I'm done. I'm not ordering anymore. And my free comic book day haul. So let's get into it real quick. First off, I've got Amazing Spider-Man 252. This one here is a reprint, of course, of 252. I have an original in an 8.0 CGC slab. But I did not have a good reprint of this book, so glad to have that. It's got the barcode at the bottom. The cover looks pretty good. Got nothing against it. So, you know, one of the things I never really did like about this book is this person's, I think it's a woman. I don't really, I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be. I think it's a woman. Those pants are just terrible. And, you know, the whole, like, look of the people and those feet, you know, it's just not really one of my favorite covers of all time. So there you go. But I'm glad to have a reprint because when I pick up these books in slabs, I always like to have a reprint copy of them. So there you go. Here's a book that I highly recommend. It's a pre-order. I picked up James Bond Origin number 8. Really enjoying this James Bond Origin book. It's the best James Bond book out right now. And it reminds me that if you, when a character has multiple titles out at the same time, usually only one of them's good. So that's just what I have found. James Bond has James Bond Origin right now, and also has James Bond 007. And James Bond Origin is fantastic, and James Bond 007 pretty much stinks. But here's James Bond 007, number 6. So, you know, even though it stinks, I still picked them up. This was on pre-order, so basically, when you're pre-ordering 3 months ahead of time or so, you don't know it's going to stink until you get it. So, this is one of those books where I didn't know how bad it was until I was already so many books in. It's kind of hard to stop. So, but at this point, I think I'm done with this title. I'm going to let it rest for a while. I'm not going to pick up any more. Next we have Cave Woman Lost, Devin Massey cover. Not the best, as you all should know by now. I'm a big Cave Woman fan, but I'm not a big Devin Massey fan. That just looks kind of weird. Her stomach, and I don't know what that's supposed to be, abs or something. That's just terrible. But you know, if you look at it from here, it's not so bad. But anyway, the main covers for these that I've been picking up have been the Bud Root variants, and they tend to go for like anywhere from $15 to $20, even on pre-order. So what happens is that this is only like $3 on pre-order, so I've decided to start picking up a couple of the A covers, and then I'll hunt down the variants later for these runs. Even though they're low print runs, we're talking from 300 to 450 to 750 in that range print runs for the variant covers. I still don't really want to, that's not where I want to spend my money right now. So I'm picking up a couple of these, and then when the time comes, I'll probably sell these to pick up the variant covers. So that's the idea. That's the plan. So we've got those, and then we'll make a little swap out here. Next we have a couple of books I picked up on Free Comic Book Day, but they were not free comic books. So here's Shape of Elvira number 2. Similarly, there is the Elvira Mistress of the Dark, if you will, series, of the main Elvira series running from Dynamite, and it is fantastic. This, A Shape of Elvira, this is only number 2, but number 1 stunk. And the only reason why I picked up number 2 is because that Francesco Francavilla art is just fantastic. I love this cover. It's got the thing there from the swamp, the creature. It's just fantastic. I just love this cover to pieces. I've been staring at it for a couple of days. I just think it's great. Just fantastic work. And I already have several books signed by Francavilla, but when I see him at Heroes Con, I'm probably going to get this book signed because it may be my favorite artwork of his. So, just fantastic. Absolutely love that book. I haven't read the interior. The first one was terrible. I'm thinking about not even opening this one and reading it because I bet it's going to be terrible. Instead, I'll just get it signed and maybe slab because I just really like it. Next, we have Savage Avengers. This was kind of one of those where you have to buy it, right? So you maybe you don't want it, or maybe you think it's not going to be that good of a story, but when it's got one of your favorite characters on the front and then lots of other great characters behind him, you kind of just got to go ahead and buy it, because what are you going to do? How is that not in my collection? As a Wolverine fan, that's going to end up in there. What are you going to do otherwise? On to the free books. These actually my local library had free comic book day. It's the first time I've ever heard of that, so I was really excited to see this one there. Guide to Collecting Overstreet, so that's cool. I'm not mad at it. It's different. It's got some dinosaurs on it. It's all right, but I just thought it was interesting that the local library was doing that, so I thought that was cool. I was very happy about that. They didn't have really any of the major publishers. They really only had what I think are basically free books. So they had this one, and that was it. It had like 3 others. I didn't pick those up. Then I went to a proper LCS and picked up Spawn #1. Free Comic Book Day, of course, version of Spawn. And, everyone's been showing these off for a couple of days, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. Picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I really like that cover. And my favorite one, the one I was really hoping to get, was the Tick. You all know I'm a Tick fan, so there you go. So it says new stories, which I had heard that they were coming out with new stories for the Tick. I hope that there is still plans for an ongoing series for this, because I probably will pick a few of them up just to see how well I like them. But that's a really great cover. You got the Tick cycle there. It's just awesome. Arthur in the corner there getting spazzed out. So really good stuff on that. Glad to have it. So that's it. That's my quick little haul for my last pre-orders. I'm not doing them anymore. I haven't bought pre-orders in a couple months. And now that I have a proper LCS that orders and stocks some books, I'm going to stop in there and pick up a few. And I may start a pre-order list with them, but it'll be very, very small. Just a couple of books. I think they have a minimum of 2 titles per month or per order. So probably won't be hard to keep that going and get a little discount in the shop, so I'll probably do that. But there you go. That's my last of the pre-orders, Free Comic Book Day, and a couple of shop pickups on Free Comic Book Day. I hope you all enjoyed that, and we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Thanks. Read a comic. Bye.